I'm gonna I'm gonna end up on the ground. I know I am. All right, explorers, we are just minutes away from the Pirates of the Caribbean party. Arr.
Where's my bottle of rum?
Right now. Here we go. You ready? You excited? We are on the NC.
Yes,
Two of us are excited about going on this escape.
Welcome, guys. It is D&G Explorers. But wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. I think we also have ChadCruisers.
Hello, everybody!
Hello, explorers.
Happy early St. Patty's Day.
Yes.
I know it's Friday, but
I don't know about you. I'm feeling a little green today.
little blah, little green.
Green.
Look how tall these hats are. I look like Elton John mixed with Lucky Charms or something. I mean, this is a little
What was the guy?
zany, crazy.
The rapper that had like the clock around him. Who was that?
Oh my gosh.
Flavor
Flav or something. Ay, ay, ay.
Welcome, everyone.
How's everybody doing?
Happy, it's the middle of March already. Can you believe it?
I know, it's
has
crazy.
It gone?
It's the 15th.
Yes. So we're going to talk about our
Part 2.
Part 2. You know, and the good news is that I noticed our internet, what we were watching, has been working better. But some of the stuff we were trying to do, and I was trying to run through it, it was like jamming up. So I don't know if we're going to have any issues tonight. I hope we don't. But if not, we'll just, we'll just D&G it. We'll wing it. Do what we do best. But we want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you figure out our names, it's okay, because I'm a little explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And that's the end of our show, so thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
For joining us. I think it's time that we welcome. Looks like we're getting a lot of people coming in.
We're going to apologize ahead of time. We're actually getting over being sick.
Yes.
So if we have an occasional cough,
Mm-hmm.
you know why.
We missed last week. As you can tell, I sound a little bit more worse than Greg, but
a lot of people from our cruise,
people in general though,
got something, and yeah, I know strep throat's going around. Luckily, we didn't get that, but
yeah. But we've tested for COVID a couple times.
Yeah, and we were negative.
So, hey, that's all that we worry about. So we can continue to work. But All right, Greg, why don't we welcome everyone in? Let's do a chat check from our buddy Jim for More Sunshine, please. Jim, take it away.
This chat check is brought to you by More Sunshine, please. Now with a drop of Retson.
That wasn't the one I wanted to show.
Oh. Actually, this is like Elton John meets the Mad Hatter. I don't know.
Something like that.
It's weird.
Yeah. Why don't we welcome everyone in? Thank you guys for joining.
Welcome. Thank you. We got Anthony Simone. We got Angela Nemechek. Sir Getty of the Beaches. We have, let me scroll through down here. Waypoint Explorers. George in Atlanta. Tony G 1975. Ryan Richard. Tiffany Peacock. Nick Torres, Movie Mania, Nick, J&N Travels, and I think we're all caught up for now. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining our zany, wacky show today.
John and Nancy, are you guys going on the non-group group cruise?
J&S Adventures, welcome.
On the celebration? I wasn't sure if you guys were going on that or not. That's on October 22nd on Carnival Celebration. So just kind of curious to see if you are.
And J&M Travel said, "Hey guys, what a great group on that
J&S.
cruise! It was a great group."
Yes, we had an amazing trip on it. I think, Greg, do we want to kind of test the waters just to see if we blow up this internet thing or not? Or do we want to kind of talk a little bit about
that? Is entirely up to you.
Okay.
Ryan has his pot of gold hidden very well.
Hopefully we'll find it when we visit Ryan. Ryan, we're still up in the air what we're doing because they shortened our time that we're in Victoria. So
yeah,
we might just stay.
It might just have to be a stay around the area type
ship,
thing.
Say we're on Canadian land and then jump back on the ship. We're there like from 8 to midnight, which is kind of a ridiculous amount of time that we're
8 at night
there
to midnight.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. But that's going to be in we're less than 60 days from that cruise. So Greg,
cruising is fun anytime. Welcome,
guys. I'm gonna say guys. It's I see a girl there. I can't barely see with these glasses on. Probably a big mistake that I wore these glasses. But we tried to talk about and show some things last week. I didn't watch the replay to know how it went.
Let's first show.
Oh, yes.
Our drinky today.
There's no alcohol in this, is there?
It is not alcoholic.
Okay.
But cheers, dilly.
Dilly.
Because we're both still, well, I'm almost done with my antibiotics. Derek is done, but it's still in our system. We decided to forgo it. Inside joke. We decided to forgo the alcohol, but I did do ginger ale with green food coloring. So there you go.
It'd be interesting what kind of reaction we have from that.
It's actually very refreshing. It's the same thing they do with regular beer to make green beer because green beer doesn't exist that I've seen. They usually just put green food coloring in it.
Gary, I saw a message. Are you asking us to turn up the volume or are you saying the volume's too loud? So if you can clarify on here what we need to do so we can appreciate the heads up on it.
Ryan said he lives close to the port, so no problem. Yep, we'll play it by ear and see what's going on. But that's awesome. Turn up a little, he said.
All right, so hopefully that will be better. That's about the best we can do in terms of turning it up. So we went out of Miami. One of the things that we wanted to do, well, first, we've never been on Virgin before. Okay, Gary, we got you.
What do you say?
He says, turn it up a little, and he goes, louder.
Well, we can talk louder. Is that better for you?
So we had never been on Virgin before. We've sailed out of Miami before.
Oh, it's not green yet.
We've sailed out of Miami before. But we also had never been to the Bayside Market, and we never stayed at the Eve Hotel. So we weren't too sure how close that was to the Bayside Market and the cruise port. Welcome in, Pepper Tree Villa.
Pepper Tree Villa.
Did we say Pepper Tree Villa?
We did.
Hello, boys. Paul Eichenlob, thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome. They're back from the dentist.
Poor
Oh,
guys.
wow.
I know.
Well, hopefully it wasn't too bad of a visit. So hopefully it was just a regular routine checkup.
We So I actually enjoyed the Eve Hotel. We plan on doing vlogs for this because we did vlog it.
We do think that we'll stay there again sometime.
Yes.
But we hope that both elevators are working next time, because that was awful that there was only one elevator.
There's, I think, 17 floors, and I believe we were on the top floor, weren't we? Or was
We
there a floor
were.
above us?
No.
There was not a VIP
There was
floor?
like a sky floor above us or something like that.
Yeah, and a couple of times we walked up 17 flights of stairs.
And down 17 flights of stairs.
Never again.
Lots of, well, I wouldn't say that, but lots of exercise for sure.
Yeah, it just took forever. And they were saying even with 2 elevators running, it tends to be slow. But the location was great.
Poor Angela, she was going with us, and she was trying her best to get down those stairs. I think
she did good. She held it out.
I don't think she ever went up the stairs, but she did go down the stairs.
I think she did one time.
I don't remember.
But
that's good.
It was the decor was good. I mean, it was pretty simple decor, but we enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend staying at the Eve Hotel again. We went across the street from the Bayside Market, which, you know, I've seen videos on it before, but until you actually experience a lot of this stuff, you get a different impression when you're there. And I actually really enjoyed the Bayside Market. They had some restaurants there, some big name restaurants like Hard Rock Cafe.
We tried the Black Market is what it was called. The food was okay there.
Well, I didn't think you were a fan.
No, it was what I ordered I wasn't really a fan of. I'm sure there might have been something else.
Yeah.
Where else did we eat at? Because we tried another place.
Land Shark, which I believe
was good.
Owned by Margaritaville, because the menu basically is the same.
Yep. I think Angela liked that one better than
I liked it.
The Black Market.
That was good. We
Ben
also did
from Pepper Tree Villa is here. Welcome.
Ben. We also went on the Eye. I keep wanting to call it the London Eye, but it's basically the huge wheel that goes out the port, which was cool.
Yeah, it was raining too, so that was kind of cool. And I thought I was going to be scared, but I was pleasantly comfortable. So.
And then one of the fun things we did this in the morning on Saturday. The cruise was on Sunday. We went on a speedboat called Thriller, and had a chance. So we didn't think we were going to get wet because we were supposed to sit in a dry location. They lied. We got drenched.
You could sit anywhere on that boat and you're going to get soaked, because I think they purposely did sharp turns
over
where you're like on the side, huh?
If it when a boat when the passing boat would go by, it creates a wake.
Yep.
It would intentionally cross it and turn the boat.
And I was wearing a white T-shirt, so I won the white T-shirt contest that day. Let me tell you.
So that was fun.
Messing up your eyes.
I definitely would recommend it. The guy
the glasses are messing up your eyes.
The tour guide was funny. He had some kind of a little bit adultish humor.
Oh, I thought it was awesome. He was so funny.
But we got a chance to see some actors and some famous people where they live. So we thought we might go right by where the boats dock, but we didn't get a chance to do that.
Ryan, Richard, thank you so much. We'll bring you some Victoria souvenirs down to the port.
Oh, that would be very awesome. Very awesome.
Thank you. Greg earned some extra tip money that day. Oh, nobody's going to pay for this. What are you talking about? Thank you, though.
I think we need to do a dance for Ryan. So.
See? He even thought your eyes looked cross-eyed. Ben did. Mine don't look cross-eyed, but I'm going to take them off now.
So, Ryan, this is for you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Really,
thank you.
Appreciate that.
It just makes it funny with these big old hats.
Yes. And then Greg, we're gonna do a video of a recap of this, but we can probably just start a lot of this now.
He did not say the P word. If it's the word I'm thinking, you're thinking of.
But
go ahead.
Virgin. You know, I would tell you going in, there was a few things I had apprehensions about Virgin.
We were touched for the very first time.
Gosh.
For a Virgin cruise.
We
like a virgin touched for the very first time. Okay, that probably came out wrong.
It's an over 18 cruise, so you have to at least be 18. No children on it.
Now that's an adultish cruise, let me tell you.
But some of the parties that they had talked about, they had like parties called Never Sleep Alone, which they actually didn't have on ours because
I wish they did.
They wanted
to
change it. But you would kind of wonder, like, okay, what kind of cruise is this going to be? And I like the bigger ships, like the 4,000
Dilly
ships.
Jim, more sunshine, please.
Welcome,
Season's
Jim.
Greetings.
And this ship is on the smaller side, so I was kind of like hesitant to like, okay, am I gonna like this the ship or not? But
we really liked it.
I will tell you, the ship is beautiful, and we're gonna try. Let me see. I got some Virgin extra stuff here. So
Gary said to speak up, Derek. You're talking low.
Well,
you gotta speak up.
So it also might be that it keeps asking to update our audio, and I'm refusing to do it while we're on the air. So, Greg, why are you looking at your legs? All right, so we froze here, so hopefully we don't have an issue. What? Angela, thank you. Color t-shirt.
Angela,
fun.
Thank you.
So let's go through this.
Oh, little jiggy.
Let's go through this real quick, and then we're going to look at it. So I would say the design of the ship looks beautiful. I love the aft. Right above where it says Virgin and it's red, there was a great, that's like a bar area, and they did some shows back there. We did like the Sky Gazers night when they were talking about the different constellations. It was kind of interesting. So really, really beautiful ship. Okay, so this is on the top deck.
Interesting.
Yeah, these are kind of like, they remind me of stuff that you would see like on a beach.
They're like metal with a bench inside.
Yeah, and this was a little windy, so they had things that were tethered up this day. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so some of the fun things for adults, foosball, and they had some other activities. They had like a seesaw there. I don't think I took a picture of that.
They had a bunch of stuff that would be for kids, but it's for adults to basically live their early years, I guess, and have fun.
Yes, and one of the things I would say that I really enjoyed is the extra spaces that Virgin put into their ship. So this is where we did some of the things like the pajama party we did, but a lot of open area for you to just hang out and just enjoy the company. It was really good.
Waypoint Explorers like the dock, they said, which we went there a couple times.
I have another one that might come out a little bit better, but this was called the Roundabout, the core of this. But and actually, this is another thing I wasn't too sure.
Like a deco look.
If I was gonna like it, but again, when you're there, you get a different feel of it, and I actually really enjoy. This is a perfect one where
Gary's on right now.
Yeah, exactly. So they do have
thank you.
Video games. They're free, so you don't have to pay additional for this, which I thought was a nice touch.
They had a lot of classic stuff in there too.
And then this is some more games. You see foosball. You can see the. What is that game?
The game that we didn't get to play, the air hockey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh, I couldn't even remember that. I like this little area. This is like the game room area where they had different board games that you could. Pulls. Welcome in, Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Welcome.
But they did have a couple of pulls. I will be honest, I'm not a pull person, so this really didn't have an effect on
I like
me.
them at times, but when they're full like that, I don't really like them.
Yeah. This was the dock area. So you have these nice loungers. You can sit at the front, but this was on, I believe it was deck 5 is where this was located. Of the dock area, the dock house, and just a really comfortable area. This was one of my favorite areas of the ship. I really enjoyed hanging out here.
Yep.
This was us. I think we were in. Was this Costa Maya day that we were at? A lot of red, and
that's our colors, gray and red, basically.
Yeah, but right on top there is the walking track, which I really enjoyed. It was like a dedicated walking track, and I love the colors at night. I thought the with that Virgin sign there was really cool. And this is a walking track. I believe this was the morning that we were. I don't know.
No, that was nighttime.
But it might have been before we.
Likes to walk at night, like after dinner when they're dressed up and everything. I think she would really like that area at nighttime. It was really cool.
These were part of the crew. This was in the galley. You can see Laura Barnett.
Oh yeah.
Back in there. But I would tell you, Joseph is the gentleman to the far right there next to Laura. He always had a smile on his face. Yep. Every morning he had this bright, shiny smile. It was always nice to.
I think for the most part, everybody was friendly and happy. And smiling. There's our part of our crew.
Yep. You got See the World with Chris on the right, followed by Waypoint. You have.
And Chris's lovely wife Laura.
We'll See the World with Chris. I was doing it as a group.
They may not know who Laura is.
Tiffany and Patrick of Offbeat Travelers, and then you have our Angela, and of course you got Greg and I. So really cool to get a chance to hang out with everyone there.
I look like I was photoshopped in the picture or something.
This was on Bimini.
That was an interesting picture, yeah.
Oh, there's Meg. Meg was one of the...
yeah, she was fun.
Yeah, she was part of the Happenings team. They do not have cruise directors. And she was very cool.
She should have been the cruise director.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun. Oh, Greg, you remember this?
Yes, I do.
This was part of, we did the mezcal tequila tasting. And I would just say we got a little bit of dilly.
No secret parties on the cruise.
No.
I think everybody was just...
That was the final day.
That was in the morning.
Yeah, they had... I don't know where Gary was. But that was the final morning. We were up at the final breakfast.
I know he's joking.
This was Manny, who was the mezcalier. Is it? I forgot her name, but she was also one of the Happenings team. She was cool. I really liked her.
I would always make her, like, when I started laughing or, like, because I started giggling because of the drinking... I would always make her laugh. She would look at me and she's like, "Are you okay?" But she would start laughing.
So we had several tequilas, and then we also followed up with several mezcals, and he did a really good job explaining the history.
Don't forget the crickets that are on the plate too. Yeah. We had some crickets.
Oh, this was Cinderella, right? Is that her name, Cinderella?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I met her.
Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. But she was one of the servers at Razzle Dazzle, and she's the one that said, "Yes, Queen." There's a drink.
For the drink, yes, Queen.
There's a drink called Yes, Queen.
It's Yas, Y-A-S.
Princess, thank you, Princess. Oh, we did a secret party. Meg invited us to a secret party, and this gentleman here, Namai.
Hey, welcome Simba 2.
Welcome Simba 2.
It was more of a secret show than a party, but yeah.
Namai here was the magician that we were able to see, and that was really fun to... it was cool. It was at the front of the ship, and I got sick because it was at the front.
Yeah, but we were down in the bowels of the front of the ship.
I don't know if I can get this smaller. This was actually a really cool picture.
There was one guy that was in there, and I know he was dilly-dillying it up.
Oopsie.
But he was like, he lost his mind when they were doing magic tricks and stuff. He couldn't. More special for him.
Yeah. All right, let's get this back. Where did I lose it? I think it was this one. Okay, here we go.
Waypoint Explorer said Kylie.
Yeah, this was a netting on. This was a.
He should be a meme.
I forgot what deck this was on, but. I think this was forward. No, this was aft. This is aft. But this is a net that you can walk on.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you are way high up. So when you look down, you see like the ground way down below you and water too.
Yeah, let me see if I can click this.
I actually would just stand on those little, on the little net balls that were there because that was easier for me to get footing. If you try to stand on the rope itself... I felt like and it probably would happen, my foot would probably fall right through one of the holes, and that would freak me out, because then I'd be falling down, thinking that I'm going to fall down to the bottom of the depths, but yeah, I found my footing that way.
I was reading some of these comments. But Greg, we did have a super chat from the
we
wonderful
did.
Angela.
And we a jiggy jiggy.
We do. So we got. I think here we go.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like. Whoa, upgrade her diamonds now, her girlfriends are like. Whoa. I hit recorded, drop you can't ignore it.
Our cat. We have the ottoman turned up sideways, so we have room in front. And the newer kitten, he's probably only 6 months old. He's like looking at us like, what are these freaks doing?
I think the water was from Derek losing control of his faculties. I don't understand that. Net is on deck 16, I believe. And Angela said, "Oh my good." I know she meant God, but I don't know what that was referenced to.
Yeah. Let's see if we can fix some of the. Okay, so
the hat's too funny. Nancy said, "It looks like Ellen John meets the Mad Hatter, doesn't it? It's just like crazy."
Also on this, we went to 3 ports we had never been before. Mm-hmm. We went to Roatan. Previous furthest west we've gone was Cozumel, and then we went to Grand Caymans, and then we went to Falmouth, Jamaica. So Roatan was new to us.
Or Falmouth, Jamaica. I'm sure there's some foul mouths there.
Costa Maya was new to us, and Bimini was new to us. So more things on this cruise that were the first time for us. In Costa Maya, let's see what we have here, because I know we have some. So it's probably going to freeze you guys, but fingers crossed. It's a little bit delayed. Let's see if it even comes back up on here. Costa Maya was we did an excursion to Chochoben pyramids.
Chochoban,
and then we went to Cenote, and we booked. It's not let me. Actually, I think
we couldn't go in the cenotes, and actually the cenotes.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, which one are we talking about? Sorry, the one that was just on our last cruise. Isn't that what you're talking about?
Well, technically they were a cenote,
but we didn't go in the cenote.
We went twice in it.
Those weren't cenotes. The cenotes were in the area that I thought you were talking about something different when you said that, but the cenotes were the ones that we were floating above, and they had depths to them, but they wouldn't let you go in them. The other part was just fresh water that they let you swim in.
But that fresh water was water from the cenotes. So
okay.
it was cenote water.
But you couldn't go into the tunnel part of the cenote.
No.
Okay.
You couldn't do that. It's being stubborn and won't let us. So I don't think you're going to be able to see the excursion. That's fine. We'll just continue to go through with it. So
when we come out with our videos,
yes,
you'll probably be able to see that.
So part of the cool things was
live yet. Now we are. We're not going to show pictures because for some reason it's
going to do it again.
It's stopping, and we don't want that to start up again.
You know what? It might be the size of what's in each scene, which is making it do that. So we're not going to mess around with it there. Angela, I will send you it in time. You just have to bear with me. See, our stuff still is stuck here. It's doing stuff that...
No, we're not stuck, see?
No, it's not letting me click on things like that.
Oh. We have had a lot of storms and flooding, so I could imagine the wires have gotten all wet, and that could be lagging everything as well.
Possibly. Gary sent us a PayPal. Gary,
wow.
We'll check that in a little bit here.
Thank you, Gary, very much.
So, Costa Maya. So the guy, there was about 10 or 12 of us that went on this cruise. We booked it for a couple of reasons, because we saved about $30 by doing the cruise, or booking through the actual tour operator instead of going through the cruise line. So we thought it's worth it to save $30. One of the things they included on this was alcohol. What's wrong with that? They gave us he had a chest with beer in it. He gave us tequila shots.
He had tequila, beer, soda, water.
And he said because cruise lines normally go to the pyramids first, and then the cenote.
We had Fritos.
They were going in the opposite direction. They were going to do the cenote first, and then go to the pyramids. I kind of wished that we would have done it the other way.
Yeah, because we were in wet clothes.
Well, that wasn't the problem. The problem was it was so.
Well, I was in wet clothes.
It was warm, so when we got to the pyramids, it was more humid. So even though we were able to enjoy the cenote, you kind of lost that refreshing feel of it.
George in Atlanta, thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Thanks for sharing your Virgin experience. We're going to check what Gary sent here as well, and we're going to some Jiggy Jiggies. Let's see.
So, Greg, while I'm looking this up, what did you think of the cenote, the pontoon boat that we were in, and also we went to a restaurant, had tacos.
We had tacos.
Tacos.
The tacos were good. I think all mine were just shrimp. They had shrimp, chicken, and beef or pork, I think. I don't see. What does it say? Here's.
You're good. Don't read it.
You're moving. Yeah, but I can't see it.
Don't read it. You're good. He's being funny.
Oh, okay. I got your joke. Thank you very much. What was I saying? Chicken, shrimp, and beef, I think, or pork. And I just had
It might have
shrimp.
had five different options.
Yeah, I just did all shrimp. I liked the boat ride out to the cenote. That was actually a nice little long boat ride, actually. I liked the fresh water and being able to go out there.
We had life jackets on, so we were protected.
Yep.
So that was good.
Well, no, actually, I don't think I used my life jacket. Well, we didn't use it in the water, though. I didn't use mine because you could swim around in the water. I took mine off because that was the whole point, to go swimming. We had life jackets. We were required to wear life jackets in the boat by their laws, I think.
You're
but
right.
in the water, we didn't wear life jackets.
That's right. We did take that off. All right, let's do some dancing, Greg. Let's do it. This is for...
I'm trying to, read the...
All right, let's do this for Gary.
For Gary.
Yeah. Thank
you so much.
And
oh my God, these hats are hurting my head.
George, I don't know if this is a long one or short one.
Hopefully it's not the seductive sounding one, though.
No, I think that's at the beginning of it. Okay, ready?
Thank you so much, everybody.
Really appreciate it.
Excuse me. We could stand up in the water. Yeah, the one with the... this is really hurting my head. The one with... The first one, you could stand up in the water. The second one, the water was at your ankles at one part. And then as you went out a little bit more, it got a little deeper.
Yeah, they called it the Pirates Channel because even though that part was fresh water, pirates used it to go through the little stuff to get out into the ocean. And that's the part that we were technically allowed to do. So with the first part of it, we didn't expect to get in the water. We stopped twice to get in the water. Gary said to George, one of the best cruises I've been on. It was very, very different. I would agree. Angela said, wish she would have had more times at the room. Yeah, we didn't really see a whole lot.
Drink something.
We saw, we went to the main period where he talked. Then we went to another one where we climbed steps. And then there were a pyramid to the left, and then there was another pyramid in front. And I think the group was more fascinated with the fact that there were either spider monkeys or howler monkeys.
There were spider monkeys
that were up there that were getting people's attention. But I was in heaven. I was running all over that place trying to get some photos of it. So I'm looking forward to it. I love the Mayan history. I love the Mayan culture, just how they built it. the economy that they had, how they sustained it, and then they vanished over time. I just find it fascinating, and what was going on in the rest of the world at that time, where the civilizations were going. I just find it fascinating. And some people say, "Oh, yeah, I've already been to a temple or a pyramid site," but they're all different. We've gone to 3 different ones. They're not the same. So for me, if I have a chance to visit one, that's going to be on one of the top of my bucket list, and had a good time. But it was. And the other disappointment there is they really didn't have a whole lot of souvenirs that you could get of the place. Now, when we went to Chichen Itza, they had a gift shop where you can buy books of it, and I bought it. I thought it was a good souvenir book.
Which
they
book?
Chichen Itza.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have anything like that at Ekbalam. I don't even know if I got anything in Ekbalam. Maybe I did. Maybe I got one little souvenir. And then there was hardly anything at this place too. So it was more Mexican stuff than stuff related to the Mayan culture and the pyramid. But we really didn't have much time to investigate all the
I thought
shopping.
I bought something, and I don't know where it's at. I don't remember. I don't even remember what it was that I bought, but I thought I bought some souvenir.
Ben, it's all fun and games until
We
Spider Monkeys move in next door.
we did also get to go ziplining for the first time, which was really cool.
So let's talk about that.
We saw monkeys, and I finally got to hold a sloth. I was tearing up. It was very outer body experience, emotional feeling when you held that little slow sloth.
Yeah, they were very interesting. So we went to, oh gosh, why do I forget the names? Robbins, Bodine. I forgot the name of the tour
Well,
group.
it was a place with sloths and monkeys.
So it was their own private stuff. So they
got to go in with them too.
They picked us up outside the cruise port. We had to walk outside of it. So then they drove us to this place, and it had birds there. It had monkeys. It had the sloths, and they also had the zip lining on it. Zip lining, we didn't know what to expect. We thought we might have 2 or 3 to go on. I think we had about 12 slides or 12 zip lines that we went. And part of the fun is when you went on one, they unhooked you. You went on another one, and you shot off, and then you got off that one. They unhooked you, put you on another one, and you went on a different direction. That part to me was when it was really fun because you didn't expect it.
Bowden is what Waypoint Explorers said.
Thank you.
I remember the big long one was 1,200 feet long, 200 feet above a canopy. And when I went on it, it was just open air. There was nothing. You were above a valley or a field or more of a valley, and all you had to hang on was your cord that was keeping you from falling to the ground. So I don't know if I even felt anxious or overwhelmed. I think at some point I just was kind of like, okay, it is what it is, and I was enjoying it. I just kind of looked around and gave into the awe factor and everything, and it was awesome to be that high up and to go. A few times on the zip lines, their braking system, they had to pull a cord, and a couple times almost ran into a tree. They actually had to grab me from the back and pull me back because I was going so fast they couldn't stop me or slow me down in time, and there was the tree right there. So luckily I wasn't like George of the Jungle and I didn't run into the tree. So it was pretty fun.
Angela's asking, did either one of us go upside down? Yeah, I did do it, but I didn't stay there long because I get very motion sickness. And I started feeling the motion sickness right away, and I flipped myself back around to go the normal way.
I went backwards, and he was telling me to put my feet cross-legged over the line. I'm like, nope, can't do this because I could feel it in my head and my neck, and I'm just like, nope, I'll just do it normal.
So what we did was, because there was more than 5 of us, All we had to do was pay the driver $25 each. Everyone more than 5. So depending if it was 10 people, 12 people, each one still had to pay $25. And that was basically to secure the bus driver to take us around
wherever we wanted to go. Really.
So after that, we went to a rum factory, got some rum, got some chocolate. Sorry, we got some. Well, we did get chocolate, but we at the rum factory they had some coffee infused by rum, coffee beans that I have to grind still. So we had that. We got coffee.
We got some shots.
The rum.
Of rum. That was pretty good.
And I think we got something else there. We might have got. I don't remember. I think we got something else at that the rum shop. And then we went to a Mayan chocolate factory. Yep. I got some chocolate tea.
I wouldn't call it a factory, but
they did have a place there that you could watch them making chocolate. They just weren't making it that day. And they had different chocolate. We actually have it, but we haven't tried it yet. So that was fun. That was a very fun day. And then we went to watch the music group Bananarama. And we had a great time singing the great hits Venus, and we got it. And
wait, we went what?
We didn't
see no Bananarama.
We went to the private resort called Bananarama.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I forgot the name of it.
When I was there, I was thinking of that group Bananarama.
Their food was pretty good.
It was good,
I have to say.
And the shrimp that you had, the shrimp was huge.
Was good.
The drinks were a little, I wasn't too impressed with the drinks, but the food was good. For what you got, the food quality was good.
Yep. And then Angela got her hair braided. Tiffany got her hair braided. So that was fun for them, I'm sure.
And so Bananarama has a beach part that you can go into the water.
Banana hammocks were required. I'll just do that one alone.
And then the third place that we went to was Bimini. Cool thing about Bimini, it's not a private island for Virgin,
but there is a private beach club.
Yes, and they rent it out. I believe it's owned by World's Resort. I think they have 2 of them there, but they rent out that one, and we were able to relax in the water. That was very nice. And when we were out in the water, you could see around like an inlet, you could see our ship out there.
And I was scuba diving like for a while because I brought my scuba diving not scuba diving. I brought my oxygen tank and everything. I was snorkeling. I brought my snorkeling stuff out there, and that was pretty fun. So did not see any barracudas this time, which was cool, but I did see a lot of cool fish. I saw an angelfish, and I saw some longer gold-looking or silver-looking fish. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So
look who it is. It's RobFuz. Hey, Rob.
Welcome, Rob.
Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. I can do it that way. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Oh, Gary got a little tipsy from the pina colada.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patty's Day week. Yes,
so,
thank you.
We enjoyed the beach club. I think some of us enjoyed it maybe a little bit more than others. Poor Jay.
Oh.
Poor.
He did have some dilly. Let me tell you.
Poor Jay. He had at the end we were done, so we left.
He didn't go to dinner that night because he was sleeping it off.
He ordered a pitcher, and it came
Thank you, Rob.
when everyone left. Well, obviously you're not going to waste a pitcher.
You just cannot waste good alcohol. So he just take that whole thing himself.
He got a little bit happy.
That's what we call borderline alcohol poisoning, because he drank that whole pitcher almost by himself. Oh yeah, show what we get for our core thing. Used to open up our doors.
Yeah, so this is when you get to the cruise terminal, this is their room key, and this is your credit card.
And
so when you
get a little saying
stuff,
on it, which one's that?
This one says "Ahoy, sailor."
Yep. And I got one that said feeling naughty.
But the interesting is if we try to go with the saying to the little keypad thing, it wouldn't work. I'd have to switch it around. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a little bit of some grooves on there. That's the side that we would read. So it was kind of interesting that you had to do it. But basically what you did is you wrap it around twice.
And then you use
and
a little
then it's
anchor.
got a little anchor. This locks it in there. So you have this with you.
Mine broke, so I had to get another one. They didn't have feeling naughty left, so I had to get, I forget what it was, but I still kept that one. I have no idea where it's at, but...
We also did A Touch of Romance.
Yep.
So these are the bands that they give you. Warning.
And it locks.
Speaking from experience, you
can make it tighter, but you can't loosen it. Once you put the little wood thing through, you're stuck.
So I don't remember how much it was. I don't know if Angela and Waypoint remember what it was, but there were some advantages of why we did
Thank you, Nancy.
A Touch of Romance. So this was supposed to give you certain privileges. One, we had a dedicated line at check-in. So when you go to port, if you didn't have this or some of the other like Rockstar rooms, you had to go into a wait time line and line up behind it. This basically gave us a jump before that, and it just gave us some other stuff. We got free juices with it every morning.
You got a bottle of...
I think we only took advantage once or twice.
You got a bottle of bubbly.
Champagne.
And it's cool because you could click on, or you shake your phone on the app, and what do they call it? Shake it something?
Shake and sip or something like that?
Or I don't know. Yeah, shake for bubbles or something like that. And they bring you your bottle of wine.
It was a Moet, but they're saying it was about $200. So
yeah, shake for bubbles, I think is what it's called.
So that was that. Other than that, I don't know if there was many more advantages of, like, they were supposed to, like, they said that so people can recognize you, but no one said, hello, Splash of Romance. We did get some, they called it some aphrodisiac treats. They were macaroons.
What?
That's what they said. They're supposed to be aphrodisiac treats, but they were macaroons.
Would they have oysters in it or something?
No. You don't remember when we got them about 3 times throughout the
I don't think I ate them. I think I tried them and I didn't like it.
So they gave us 3 different. They weren't the same. They decided to try. But saying this, like Greg says, it does tighten.
Mine actually was broken. The one I got, I could loosen it and then, tighten it, but it would just move back and forth.
So the fear,
the
fear was I had it tight. I thought you could undo it. I didn't know you had to leave these on. And but I don't know if it was Adam or Steve from Waypoint said, do you know those are, it's like a zip tie. And I said, no. And then it was one of those things that I started freaking out, and it was so tight. It felt like my hand was going to start to go numb. So
they had me cut it off with scissors.
Yeah.
They didn't trust themselves.
So
I was very delicate, of course, and I cut it for him.
We went to guest services, and they gave us a new one.
And that is only you have to have that to do the shake for bubbles. They just credited $95 after. I thought the shake for bubbles was part of the romance.
Yes,
the touch
it was
of
a
romance.
splash of romance.
Well, Waypoint Explorers is saying they believe it was for everyone. They just credited $95 after.
Correct.
Okay, so maybe it was for everyone. I don't know. I thought it was part of the other thing.
Correct. Yeah. So it was good. It was a good experience.
Yeah, just shake it and pay $95. $95 for a bottle of wine?
I will tell you, with it being a small ship, I didn't feel that it was a small ship. The Radiant actually is
smaller.
The Carnival Radiant, I think, is a bigger ship with more passengers.
I think it's smaller to me.
But on the Radiance, there was never really a spot that was kind of a go-to spot where we hung out. Like all of on our other ships.
But Virgin had plenty of them.
Virgin, and I showed them in those pictures. They had little nooks and crannies that you would walk up, and there's like quiet areas that you could hang out. they had a bar called On the Rocks. And they had like little quiet lounges that away from the bar.
I think that was our favorite bar. It was in a dark area.
It was the group's favorite bar. It wasn't mine because I'm not a kind of an old-fashioned cocktail bar, martini one. That's not really my drink.
They made anything for you though. It's a full bar.
Yeah, but that was kind of the theme of it. But they did have a peanut butter banana old-fashioned, I think it was, and that actually was really good.
I don't think I tried it.
It was I enjoyed that. I only had it like once, so I don't know what my favorite bar was on the ship. We did do a drink around the ship. Waypoint Explorers does that for their videos. If you guys haven't had a chance to check their channel out,
we joined them for us to all do our own together for their channel.
Yeah, so. And I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we were, at least for the most part, we
had a dilly of a time.
Yeah, for the most part, we had that. So look for that on their channel. For us, we're going to be doing our basically it's the likes and dislikes of the Virgin ship. We've now gone on 5 different cruise lines, so I think it's also time that we do our top 5 cruise lines. And
don't forget
where they're at.
We were on the ship during Mardi Gras, so we had beads and we had these really nice masks that we got. A lot of people seemed to like our masks. That was a lot of fun, I think. And I thought there was something else we did. Oh, we hid ducks for the first time. We bought little Mardi Gras ducks, and I don't think a lot of people were doing that on this ship, but we did it, and it seemed to catch on. People were finding them and did whatever they did with them. So
Angela's asking if it was a popcorn old fashioned. No, they had a popcorn old fashioned that you're supposed to eat it with popcorn, but that wasn't the one that we had. It was the one that I for Peg's and Chris's birthday, I bought them a that one drink for them because we had wanted to try it.
But really quick, back to the ducks. We did.
Oh my gosh.
We have our business cards, so we punched holes through them and we put them around the necks of the duck with the QR code on it and everything. So if you guys are interested in doing ducks, that might be the easiest way. I know some people use pieces of paper and stuff, but
there's
however
cards.
you do it.
It's basically a Facebook group, and people post a picture of where they found it, and then they post it on that Facebook one. We decided just to promote our channel and put it out there for people to.
Well, that's why you do the ducks. You find it, and it has their channel on it and stuff.
I think
nothing wrong with that.
As we go further, we might enhance that a little bit differently, but that's why we did it. We wanted to.
I want to hide more ducks. Like I want to get more ducks to hide. We only got 12, I think. So.
The end of the cruise, we got a couple of minutes left. The end of the cruise was fun. This is one of the things I don't like traveling from East Coast to West Coast because I woke up about 4 in the morning and I saw the ship coming into Miami because I started seeing all these we sleep with the balcony door open, and I started seeing like these green lights shining on the wall, and I'm thinking, okay, we must be coming in a port. And sure enough, there's the different buoys that have the lights that guides the ship into the port.
But then you see all the ships.
Yeah, and so it was nice coming into it. Saw Symphony of the Seas, which we've canceled twice now.
We were
I was almost crying.
We want to go.
But that's 4 o'clock in the morning. I think maybe we slept for another hour after that before we started getting up and moving around. But 3-hour time difference, so we got to Bakersfield at 1 a.m. in the morning, which is 4 a.m. that our clocks were used to because of going back to the time.
Because we had to switch our flights and all that rigmarole.
So all the storms that were coming through, they did affect us. We thought when we booked this plane, it'd be easier to fly out of LA, less expensive, just one flight, you don't have to change. So we thought it'd be easy. Well, when we we got to the airport, our friends who were picking us up said the Grapevine is closed. The Grapevine is the pass that goes from Central California, where we live, to go down into the LA area.
So we flew into Bakersfield for our first time.
After deciding different things, we were able to move our flights, but our luggage didn't go with us. Our luggage decided to visit Disneyland in Los Angeles.
What?
We didn't have a chance, but at least we were on the right side of the mountains.
They delivered our luggage to the
next day.
house.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So kudos to you, American. And we were kind of confused because they didn't, when we were asking on the plane, they didn't know what to do. The guy said, I've been here for like 40 years. I have no idea what to do. And they said, when you get off the plane, talk to someone at the gate. But it's 1 o'clock in the morning. There's no one at the gate. But as soon as we got in there and our internet connected, both of us got...
We did a claim and all that stuff.
But we got a message, like a notification on our phone telling us that your luggage is in a different spot, and how did we want to proceed on it? So
send it home.
The Grapevine was closed, and then I don't know when it actually reopened. We got back home before I think the Grapevine
I think
reopened.
it took a couple days for it to reopen, so I'm glad we did what we did. Otherwise, we would have been stuck.
Yeah, we stayed at our friend's house just in case they were going to put our luggage to Bakersfield. Instead of taking it to our house.
Well, we were dog tired by then anyway.
We were done. We got home about 3 o'clock on Sunday, so very long traveling time. We were wiped out, but
it all ended well, and we had an awesome, fun trip.
Yes.
And you never know what to expect.
Meeting new friends.
Yes.
Meeting friends for the first time
in person.
Meeting people that we had met before. Such an amazing trip. So. Look forward to those vlogs. After we finish our Princess one, the Discovery Princess, we are going to be launching into the Virgin one. But in less than 60 days, we have another cruise coming up.
We're trying to get the videos out between work and everything. Life gets busy, but we're trying. So
working a lot of hours. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the super chats, you guys.
Yes,
we really
thank you.
appreciate it. Let's remember Ryan, George,
Angela, and Gary.
Angela.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Very
you.
nice of you guys. We're not going to be live next week. It's my mom's birthday, and I'm taking her to Vegas. So it's going to be mom and son time in Vegas. So no show next week, but we will the following week. So this is a chance for me to work on some videos while I'm on vacation.
Have a safe, happy St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty Day.
Dilly dilly.
Green ginger ale. It is ginger ale,
There you
guys.
go.
Have a great night, all. I'm Derek.
And I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay, because I'm a little explorer.
And I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe.